discuss the example of cash flow and by direct method. One thing I would like to tell you that direct method is applicable only and only to the cash flow of operating activity. That means in the financial activity and in the uh, investing activity, there is no any question of direct or indirect method. There is only one method. But as far as operating cash flow is concerned, we can calculate the cash flow according to direct method as well as according to indirect method. So whatever the example we have solved in our previous lecture, that all examples are based on reverse method, indirect method, and this method is a direct method. For the calculation of operating cash flow by direct method, it is compulsory to have the profit and loss account and detailed information about the income statement. If such information is not available, then it is not possible to calculate the example by this method. That in another case means when a detailed profit and loss account is not available, you have to have go for the reverse method or indirect method that we have discussed in our previous lectures, right? So here in this example, we are having 2 years profit and loss account, and apart from this, current year's balance sheet is given. From the beginning to the end, information is available to us. So on the basis of this information, how we calculate the example based on direct method as for calculation of operating cash flow, that we will discuss today. As a good students or as a part of your syllabus, because there is nothing specification is given in the example in your syllabus, so it may be asked or it may not be asked, I don't know. But as far as cash flow is concerned, you must have the knowledge that there are two methods, direct and indirect, that is called reverse method. So today we will discuss the direct method of calculation of we can say operating cash flow. Okay, so here what the information is given to us, let's see. Okay, first of all, balance sheets and profit and loss account. 2 years balance sheet as usual, 2011 2012 is given to you. uh, and here we need not require to prepare adjusted profit and loss account, and working capital adjustment is also not required, as we have prepared in our previous examples in the reverse method. So how we solve this example, let's see. Okay, here this profit and loss account is directly given to you, correct? And direct method means direct approach. Do not give the reverse effect like add back or less back system is not there. ओके, ना ऐड करना है लेस करना है, कुछ नहीं, सीधा ही डायरेक्ट ही. ओके, इनकम that means sales, and expenses that means purchase and other expenses are like that. Non cash transactions are not included, that will be excluded, or we can say ignore, that will not consider. Okay, so let's see. Here we are having profit and loss account. So let's start the solution of this example. uh, First of all, we need to prepare blank cash flow statement like this. This is the statement, cash flow statement of CP Stores Limited for the year ended on 31st December March 31st March 2012. Particular amount in amount. Okay, and here no any adjustments are given to us, and that's why we need not to prepare the ledger accounts. Okay, we will directly find out the cash flow of operating, investing and financing. One by one, let us discuss. So first of all, you know that as usual, cash flow from operating activities. Okay, and operating activity, that means your business activity, your routine business. So in routine business, the most important income is, you know, that is sales. So sales is our income. Okay, but you know that sales is not indicating the direct cash flow, because sales may be a credit, okay, or it is not means that the sales amount is called your cash receipt. Okay, you must be give the effect of opening balance of debtors and closing balance of debtors. So see in your balance sheet, what is the opening balance of debtors? Tell me, what is the opening balance of debtors and closing balance
5,000.
of debtors?
5,000.
Opening is 5,000 and closing is,
Opening balance 5,000.
okay,
20,000.
opening is 5,000 and closing is 20,000. So here opening is added and closing is subtract. Okay, opening balance added because during the year you are having the sales of credit sales of rupees, this 1 lakh rupees sales is given to you. Okay, and opening debtors is 5,000 and closing debtors is given in your balance sheet, that is 20,000. What does mean that during the year you have sold the goods of rupees 1 lakh, but 1,000 is opening receivable and total 1 lakh 5,000 is receivable, and out of that closing debtors is given 20,000, that means 20,000 is yet to be receivable. So net amount collected from the debtors is 98,000. ઓકે, 98,000 રૂપિયા તમે ડેટર્સ પાસેથી વસૂલ કર્યા છે. 98,000 ડેટર્સ કે વસૂલ કિયા हमने. So that is our cash inflow. And on the other hand, our cash outflow is what? So cash outflow is purchase. The most important outflow is purchase. So here purchase is not given directly, but opening creditors is given and closing creditors is given. And opening creditors and closing creditors, okay, will gives you the net amount payment to the creditors. Net amount payment to the creditors. So here, uh, just a moment. This is not the answer here. Answer of this is the outer side. 1 lakh plus 5,000 minus 20,000 is equal to 85,000 outer side. This is your income. Receipt, cash receipt by sales activity, right? Then after purchase is given 98,000. Opening creditors as given on the liability side is 14,000, and closing creditor is given on liability side is uh, 39,000. So just like a sales, okay, you have determined the receipt from debtors. In the same way, on the basis of purchase, you determine the amount paid to the creditors. So amount paid to the creditors is 73,000. Actually purchase is 98, but purchase is not called payment. Payment is 73,000. 98,000 is your purchase during the year. 98,000 નો માલ ખરીદ્યો છે, શરૂઆતના 14,000 બાકી હતા. ઓકે, એટલે ટોટલ જે થાય એમાંથી 39,000 ના તો હજી બાકી જ છે. Okay, that means what? During the year you have paid 73,000. During the year you have paid 73,000. Okay, so sales is our income. 73,000 is your payment. Okay, towards purchase. Then after other expenses is given. This items I have taken from profit and loss account. See, sales is given profit and loss account. Purchase is given in profit and loss account. And opening and closing balance of debtors and creditors are given in the balance sheet. Now on the debit side of the profit and loss account, the other expenses is given general expenses. And general expenses is 11,000. This is also a payment. Okay, but expenses itself is not called payment, right? There is an outstanding, yeah, prepaid expenses or outstanding expenses may be given. So in the balance sheet, you can see on the asset side, there is a prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses આપેલા છે 2,000 and 4,000. Okay, so that will affect on your uh, general expenses. So opening prepaid expenses is 2,000 and closing prepaid expenses is rupees 4,000. Okay,
4,000.
4,000. So 11,000 is the expenses. Okay, less opening and add closing. Okay, normally we add the opening and less the closing, but as it is the reverse entry because prepaid, not a liability, it's a prepaid, and that's why opening is less and closing is uh, added, right? So net p- payment towards the general expenses is 13,000. Then after depreciation is given, but you know that depreciation is non-cash. By depreciation, your cash is not neither come nor goes out. That's why depreciation is not considered here. Income tax paid is given, that is 2,000, and there is no any other information is given in the balance sheet about the income tax, right? So income tax is 2,000 rupees you paid. Income tax is given 2,000 you uh, taxation is 4,000. Okay. Uh, their taxation is given 4,000, but I am mentioned here 2,000. How this 4,000 to 2,000? Because in the balance sheet there is a entry tax payable. Opening balance is 3,000 and closing balance, opening balance is 1,000 and closing balance is 3,000. So if you add the opening balance 1,000, then 4,000 plus 1,000, 5,000 minus 3,000, that means 2,000 rupees tax paid. So whether I have mentioned the calculation here or not, I think not mentioned. So I should need to be mentioned here. Okay, it is not mentioned, so I just write it here. Okay, opening actual taxes and expenses is given in the profit and loss account is 4,000 plus opening balance is 1,000 and minus closing balance is 3,000. The entry just like a creditors. In creditors, opening is added and closing is subtract. In the same way that opening balance outstanding tax payable is added and closing is subtract. Okay, so 4,000 plus 1,000, 5,000 minus 3,000. That means 2,000 is income tax paid during the year. 4,000 is given, but 4,000 is not payment. 4,000 is your provision. Provision is 4,000. The payment is what? ઓકે શરૂઆતમાં 1,000 હતા ટેક્સ પેબલ, 4,000 બીજા એટલે 5,000 થયા. 5,000 માંથી હજી 3,000 તો ચૂકવવાના બાકી જ છે. તો એનું મતલબ શું થયું? પેમેન્ટ તો ખાલી 2,000 નું જ કર્યું કહેવાય ને. સો ઇન્કમ ટેક્સ પેડ ઇઝ 2,000. Okay, then after dividend is given, but mind well, dividend is shown under the head of financing activity, and that's why dividend is not considered here. એટલે અહીંયા dividend લેતા નથી. So after the payment of tax, your final answer is 3,000 rupees minus, and this 3,000 is net operating cash flow. This 3,000 is net operating cash flow after tax. Net operating cash flow after tax. Okay, there is no any working capital adjustment, there is no any adjusted profit and loss account and add back or less back procedure is there. Direct approach means directly with the help of the income statement you are trying to determine the cash flow, cash inflow or cash outflow maybe. So out of the sales 85,000 you got, against it 73,000 paid to the creditors, 13,000 is paid for the general expenses and 2,000 is paid for the income tax. Okay, so 85 minus this 73,000 minus this 13,000 and minus this 2,000, that you are having 3,000. You can check on your calculator. You can check on your calculator. Calci પર check કરો બરાબર. Okay, એટલું આવે છે ને? Getting? So here 73,000, 85,000 minus 73,000 minus 13,000 and minus 2,000. So this is sales, and then after this is less sales. Then uh, here I just mentioned here sales, then minus purchase. We can say write a less minus purchase. Sorry, this is wrong entry. I think this is Excel sheets, that's why it's not taken. So I just write here less. Okay, so less purchase, then
Sir,
after
12,000
huh?
85 માઇનસ કેટલા કરવાના
85,000,
73
85,000 minus 73,000 minus 13,000 minus 2,000.
માઇનસ 85 માંથી 73 માઇનસ કરીએ ને
83 minus 85 minus
80
73 minus 13 minus 2. All these three items are
અચ્છા
minus. Getting
13
85
યસ સર
minus 73 minus 13 and minus 2.
યસ સર આવી ગયું
Getting it? Okay. So I just mention here. I just mention here. Purchase. Then after this is income. First income is there. Then after less purchase. Then after less general expenses. Less general expenses. And then after less tax, and all these three items are deducted from the incomes. This is less, and this is less purchase, less general expenses, okay, and less income tax, okay. All these three items we deducted, okay. આ ત્રણ આઈટમ જે છે આપણે ડિડક્ટ કરી છે. Clear? And just to understand, just okay, you can underline here. Getting? So now you can understand easily. Clear? So this is your sales income, means collection from the sales. Sales 85,000 collection, less purchase means net payment to the creditors, and payment for the general expenses, and payment for the tax, income tax. This purchase is called what? Purchase means payment to creditors. Payment to creditors. A creditors ne payment check. Clear? And this is sales means collection from debtors. Collection from debtors. Collection from debtors. A debtors passe collection check. Clear? So ultimately what happened, your debtors, your creditors, your prepaid expenses, your taxation, all that information in the reverse method we are considering as adjustment of current assets and current liability, that is called working capital adjustment. And now working capital adjustment is not required because all this thing is accommodated here in the sales and purchase and the general expenses. એ બધું આની અંદર આવી જ ગયું છે. And that's why we need not to give the separate entry for it. Clear? So this is your operating cash flow by direct method. Operating cash flow by direct method. I hope you are not having any confusion in it. Okay. If you are having any confusion, you can tell me. Do you have?
No, sir.
Okay. Chali. Then after the second most important cash flow is this investing activity. Cash flow from investing activity. And cash flow from investing activity, okay, B part. Investing activity, that means here plant, and no any additional information is given in the example. Only there is one thing, that is depreciation. Depreciation. So 50,000 is the opening balance. Closing balance is 91,000. What it indicate? It indicate there is something purchase. Getting or not? 50,000 હોય ને 91 થઈ જાય તો મતલબ ક્યાંક પરચેસ કર્યું છે. હવે 50,000 હોય 8,000 નું ડેપ્રિસિએશન રાઇટ ઓફ કરીએ તો 42 વધવા જોઈએ, પણ 42 ની જગ્યાએ 91 વધે છે. So that means there is a purchase. So what is difference between 42 and 91? 42 and 91 નું difference કાઢો તો.
49,000.
So 49,000 is your purchase, correct? And this is your purchase. And only one entry of investment accounting is given. Investment માં plant and machinery સિવાય બીજું કશું છે નહીં. Nothing is given. apart from plant and machinery. So plant is purchased. We can prepare the ledger account of plant and machinery if you want, right? Opening balance is 50,000, closing balance is credit side 91,000, depreciation shown on the credit side 8,000, and when you close, you will find 49,000. Correct?
49.
બનાઈ શકીએ ને
Yes, sir.
અકાઉન્ટ બનાવીને બી શોધી શકીએ છીએ, but I am directly taken here. No need to prepare the
Yes.
accounts. Okay, if you understand directly, then we need not to prepare the account. So investing activity is over here. And the last activity, now third activity, is cash flow from financing activity. And in financing activity, liability side, you can see share capital is given 70 and 70. There is no any change. Okay, that means no any capital is issued. Secured loan is given, opening balance is 0 and closing balance is 40,000. What does mean? શરૂઆતમાં હતી નહીં, હવે છે. મતલબ 40,000 ની તમને લોન બોરો કરી છે, લોન ટેકન, and loan taken, that's why 40,000 is inflow. This is plant purchase, that's why outflow. This is loan taken, so you have taken the loan, that means borrowed the fund, so cash is received. So 40,000 is your inflow, right? And one more thing is
Yes.
dividend. Dividend is given 1,000, that is dividend paid. So dividend paid is 1,000. It is given in profit and loss account. The 1,000 rupees is minus payment. Okay, and final your inflow is 39,000. Final your inflow is 39,000. So all these three activities are over. 349 minus and 39 is plus. Then what is the final answer? This is 13. Am I correct? Minus 3 minus 49 and plus 39.
Yes, sir.
So this is your net cash outflow. And if you add the opening cash or equivalent, that is 20,000 here in your balance sheet asset side. Okay, so the closing balance would be got. Then closing balance is 7,000. You can check your answer. Is there closing balance, closing cash or equivalent 7,000 is given?
Sir, opening
Yes, sir.
opening 20 and closing 7. Yes, sir.
Yes. So you will that answer is tally. Clear? And your example is over here. Very simple preparation of cash flow statement by direct method. We learn here, and I just show you the exact position of your cash flow statement is looking like this. Okay, this is your cash flow statement. Let's see here. This is your cash flow statement. Okay, simple.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you are having any doubt, you can ask me. This is your cash flow statement. Okay, simply the main focus is on the operating cash flow. Operating cash flow is by direct method. Operating cash flow is by direct method. Remaining are not direct. There is no any question of direct and indirect. As far as direct method is concerned, that is used in operating cash flow. This operating cash flow is by direct method. I just mentioned here direct method. This is by direct method. Okay, so hope you understand. Clear and very easily can be digest.